Let's take a look at the chart action for the Ethereum chart, and I also want to take a look at the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart. Now, if you follow my channel, you'll know what I'm talking about because I've been talking about this for a while, and if you don't follow my channel, you should probably hit the subscribe button and maybe even hit the bell notifications just in case, because sometimes they don't recommend my videos. But anyways, this is what I've been looking at. I've been watching these orange horizontal lines, which are the previous bottoms on the 4-hour time frame. We got support on all these spots right here. The bottom one is sitting around 2,168 right here, and then this one right here is sitting around 2,360, and then we have this horizontal line sitting at around 2,514. And in general, what happened was we came down and we hit this limit order. I got this one filled, so we can go ahead and change this color. So this one actually did get filled. And the other thing I've been looking at on this channel is the resistance. So this is the main thing that I've been looking at on this chart are the resistances. We have resistance right here, resistance right here, resistance, 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 giving us a couple different trend lines. We have this one right here. We have this one right here, and we have this one right here. And I was saying, once we break these trend lines, going to the upside, these could be our signals that we might be coming up to test the next one, and so on. So check it out what happened, guys. We had this resistance gave us this trend line. Once we broke that trend line, it looks like we're getting a nice little pop right now. We came down, hit my limit order. Now we're getting a little pop. We actually came down, hit my limit order over here, got a nice little pop, and got rejected at this level. So I don't know how far it's going to go up, but I'm thinking now that we broke this trend line going to the upside, I'm kind of targeting this trend line up here. And this area is sitting at approximately, it really just depends on how fast we move up, whether we go fast or slow. It really just depends. But this area, let's just say right here, is sitting around 2,787. Like I said, I'm not sure how fast or slow it's going to go, but this is kind of the next trend line that I'm looking at. This resistance and this resistance giving me this trend line. So I'm thinking either we come up and if we have trouble and start getting rejected, or we could break through it and head up to the next one. I think in general, these two lines are the next two lines, are this line and this line were the ones that I want to break. And then if we could get up to this line and actually break this one, this will be more of a bullish signal than these ones in my opinion, because it's possible we just come up, get rejected on this one, or even break through and get rejected on that one. It really just depends, but these are the next spots that I'll be looking at. Like I said, we got this nice little pop and it does look like we're trending to the upside. We've also been getting a little bit of resistance right here and right here. If we do a horizontal line, maybe something like this, I don't know, maybe something like this. Let's go ahead and do this red. This might be something that we might also want to take into account, because check it out. It looks like we're getting a little bit of resistance right there. I think if we could break this level sitting around 2,674, then we can get more confident on testing this trend line. It also looks like we had a little bit of trouble in this at that spot right there. So let's go ahead and do a copy paste something like this. And this level right here is sitting around 2,758. I mean, we could possibly break through it, come up and hit this trend line around this resistance area, and then get rejected. But I think if we could break these levels right here, going to the upside, those will be bullish signals. And then hopefully we could break through this trend line and start testing the next one, which would be maybe something like this. Let's go ahead and do another horizontal red line at this next top up here. And this top is sitting around 3,016. In general, we're on the 4-hour time frame, and I do like the way we broke this uptrend going to the upside. Let's see how far we can ride this uptrend going to the upside, and hopefully we can come test this next resistance, or these ones as well, or should I say. Let's go ahead and jump into the Bitcoin to Ethereum chart though. Okay, so we're looking at the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart, and basically I like watching this chart because if this chart is trending down, let's go to the daily time frame. If this chart is trending down, it's good for Bitcoin, and once this chart starts trending up, it's good for Ethereum. And if we zoom out, you can see that Ethereum has been doing good all in this area right here. It's been trending up compared to Bitcoin. It does look like we found some resistance up here and we started trending down. We had 2 points of resistance that I've been focusing on. We have resistance, resistance. I drew this trend line going to the downside, and I've been saying until we break this trend line going to the upside, I'm going to be more focused on Bitcoin as this chart goes down. Once this chart starts trending up, then we could start focusing more on Ethereum. My last video that I looked at this, I was watching this support, this support, and this support. I've been watching this support line for a while now. And in my last video, I was talking about how we were testing it going to the downside. I was saying if we break this trend line going to the downside, that could be very bullish for Bitcoin, as more people will be putting their money into Bitcoin as opposed to Ethereum. But it does look like we're catching some support right here, and it looks like we're kind of getting a bounce. I think once we break this trend line going to the upside, this will be a good signal for Ethereum, or it might start to outperform Bitcoin even more than it has been in the past already. I'm still kind of waiting for a breakout to the downside or to the upside to get a better picture. Right now, it still looks like we're trending in between these two trend lines. So we're going to have to wait and see. It is kind of interesting how we did not break through going to the downside though, and it looks like we're holding support. If we go to the watch list and check out Bitcoin compared to Ethereum, this one is Ethereum. It's up 1.97% right now, and Bitcoin is up 0.33%. That's just for today. But as you can see, Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin on today's chart, or it is outperforming Bitcoin today. So in general, like I was saying, I do like the fact that we had this downtrend and we're breaking it to the upside. Let's keep an eye on these red lines sitting around 2,674 and 2,758. I think if we could break those ones, then hopefully we could break this bigger downtrend right here, push up, and start to test the next one at around 3,016. These are just the next levels that I'm looking at for possible resistance. And in general, if we go out to the daily time frame, this is the main trend line that I want to break. This big resistance right here. If we could break that, then I think that will be a bullish signal that we could start maybe looking at this one up here. Maybe something like this. This level is sitting around 3,351. So basically, all these lines, these trend lines, and these horizontal lines are the next steps that I'll be looking at. Hopefully, we could break them. If you guys like Ethereum, hit that thumbs up button so I could see you in the next one.